Hey, it's Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show. We are just a few days away from the first presidential debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. On Monday's morning brief, I'll give a little bit of a preview as to what I think both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump need to do in the first debate. If you're in the Lubbock area, remember, we have our KFYO debate watch party at Premier Cinemas. We invite you to come on out, have a good time with us. It's going to be, should be a really good first debate for these candidates and for the voters who are still trying to make up their minds. How many people out there still have to make up their minds? Well, not real sure, but I'm sure there are a few. One of the big questions going into this weekend will probably be what goes on in Charlotte. Will there be any more rioting? Will there be any more protests? Will there be any more violence in Charlotte? And the question that I want to examine right now is whether or not the violence that we've seen in Charlotte, will it help Donald Trump or help Hillary Clinton? Some polls that came out this past week show that Donald Trump is within 2 points of Hillary Clinton in North Carolina, that he has gained traction in North Carolina. Some polls actually have him up in North Carolina. He's virtually tied with Hillary in Florida. Some polls, again, show him up by a few points. Some polls show her up by a few points. So who will the violence help, I guess? The reaction about the officer shooting someone in Charlotte. Who does this help? Who does it hurt? You know, I got to say, I think with the rioting, with the destruction of people's private property, with the sad pictures that we've seen out of Charlotte, I think this actually helps Donald Trump. It's weird to talk about rioting actually being, politically benefiting people, but we have to be realistic here. We have a presidential election that is right around the corner. A lot of people will be heading to the polls soon, and a lot of people will be remembering the images that we saw in Charlotte of thugs, of rioters, not protesters. Peaceful protesters, that's fine. Everyone embraces peaceful protesters. No one has a problem with peaceful protesters. The thugs who assault police officers, throw rocks, throw bottles at police officers, that break into stores and loot, that break windows, that vandalize. Those are the images that people will remember weeks from now when they head to the polls. People will remember that Hillary Clinton sent out a tweet condemning the police officers before having any information in the Charlotte case and in the Tulsa case, which I think are two very different cases, by the way. People will remember that, and I think it's going to force North Carolina to tighten up a little bit, if not give a little bit of an edge towards Donald Trump going into the debate Monday night. If he comes away with a really good debate performance, I think it could help him clinch the state of North Carolina. People are tired of rioters. People are tired of looting. People are sick and tired. Well, people are tired of seeing pictures of it. People are sick and tired of living through it. Those who love to loot and love to riot, they love this time of year. They love every single time they have an excuse to go and riot. But the average American hates what we've been seeing on TV, hates the stories that we've seen in the media, and we want it stopped. We want we want leadership on the national level that will put a stop to all this, or that we think will put a stop to all of this. So I think it actually gives a boost to Donald Trump. Again, next week we will be talking. I'll give some, not really predictions, but maybe what to look for in the first presidential debate. Tune in for that here on the Morning Brief here on YouTube. And, of course, tune in to the Chad Hasty Show, weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. You can follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio, and don't forget, subscribe below to the KFYO YouTube page. You'll make our digital guy really happy when you do that. Thanks. Have a great weekend.